Dark and Deep show is brought to you by Vincini Ultra Deluxe Triple Star Gourmet Coffee.
Any other coffee on the face of the earth. Enjoy some tonight while you watch
Welcome to the late night Tomac show, Dark and Deep, where heavy, complex intellectual and philosophical issues are discussed for our late night thinking audience. So go mix yourself a strong mixed drink or put on a pot of coffee and get ready for the mind-challenging
Good evening, everybody out there watching and everybody out there listening. Remember, you can call in whether you're watching on TV or listening on your radio. This is Les Tomac, Dark and Deep. Tonight, people, we have a very, very interesting guest. We have a Professor Humboldt Colbin. Now, most of you probably know him as the professor out here at Murgatroyd University. He is the professor of the philosophy department. He's the head of the philosophy department. He teaches philosophy at the University of Murgatroyd. But for the past 50 years, he has been trailing a being whom he says is not human. And he'll go into these details. Now, he's appeared on that other talk radio show. We're not going to name it by name. The one that airs during the wee hours of the night. I'm sure many of you listen to it as well. And he's been on there a few times, but this is his first appearance tonight here on Les Tomac's Dark and Deep. So we want to welcome Dr. Humboldt Colbin. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Les. Thank you, Les. I'm glad to be here. First of all, I'd like to say that I've been tracking, as you pointed out, this being for some 50 years now, and at first I thought there was just one of them. But in my travels and in my studies and in my research, I've uncovered evidence that there is, in fact, more than one of these beings. Now, they do have certain basic similar characteristics. They all wear a hat of some kind. It's not always the same hat. You know, the hats will differ. And they always turn up. And this can be documented through drawings in books hundreds of years old and through photographs and photography been around, I don't know, since the early 1800s. But they always wear a hat of some kind, whether it's a drawing from the Middle Ages or whether it's photographed. They always appear at some catastrophic event in human history. What I can't get to the bottom of is whether their purpose is benign, benevolent even, or if they are malevolent. In other words, what's their purpose? What is their intent? Why do they show up at these different events? And yes, I do refer to this being as the man in the hat, though as I say, it's actually a plural. There's more than one of them. And yes, there was one at Dealey Plaza when JFK was killed, when President Kennedy was assassinated. There was a man in the hat. He's photographed and documented there at Dealey Plaza. There was one on 9/11 in the scenes in and around the World Trade Center. You see a man in a hat. He appears there, and I scientifically analyzed the photographs, and it is, in fact, in both of those instances, the same being. However, in various instances in history, it's not necessarily the same being, which once again confirms that there's more than one of these beings. How many there are, I don't know. Where do they come from? I don't know. I do believe from the evidence that I've seen that they are eternal in nature, that they are in fact immortal. I, in my own research, have come to the conclusion that they are not restricted in the ways that we as humans normally are. And by that I mean they do not appear to be restricted by space, time, or locality. In other words, they do not appear to be fixed in any given time or place. I'm going to continue my research. That's the basic gist of it, and now I would be look forward to questions from you, Wes, and from anyone who would like to call in. I'll be happy to attempt to answer their questions as well.